Workspace.
Okay.
So it's still talking about the same thing that you just talked me through, right?
Okay, ready? Probably.
Don't think about your eye.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How's my vibes?
You need to pay attention.
New York.
We need to get done with this.
Unique New York.
I need some water. Okay, here we go. Hey, this is Brian and Sam from Paramount. Today we are going to be talking about addressing the workplace and addressing the individual, and why addressing the individual is a much better way to go for your company when you're looking at how to save money and just how to keep people healthy and happy overall. So the myth out there is to reduce workplace injuries and to just keep people healthy, you have to fix the ergonomics, right? Like make sure people are sitting right, make sure their desks are set up well and computers, make sure that with machines, you're not doing too much repetition and that you're not twisting too much or reaching and all that other stuff. And of course, that makes sense, right? Like we need to address the machines. If you have someone reaching overhead over and over again all day long, that's going to cause a problem. But what we see and what we really preach to companies is it's good to address the ergonomics, but you have to address the individuals. And that is it's not taken care of by enough companies. So the focus is we go and we make these changes, but we're not addressing the individual. So if I struggle with flexibility issues or mobility issues or stability or anything like that, you can change the environment, but it's still going to cause issues for me. And especially if you have something where you're working different shifts and you have different individuals using the same machines, you have all kinds of things to worry about.
Yeah, you can't just adjust the workplace to the individual because the individual is always different, right? Your body type looks different than my body type. My body moves a different way than yours does, for example. And that's like, I feel like how there was a big push for that, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago in terms of like workplace ergonomics are the way to go. And it's the way to healthy living for all workplaces. It was definitely a step in the right direction, right? But it is not probably the most cost-effective way to go to like save your employees from workplace issues, workplace injuries, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that then will cost you more money down the road. Invest in those people first, right? Invest in those people first.
Yeah, and a lot of the injuries that we see are musculoskeletal and they're repetitive based.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Even when people come in and they're like, oh, I reached for this one thing and I tore my rotator cuff. No, you've been tearing that for the past 10 years at that job.
Yeah.
Today was the day that it got jacked up. So we can address that stuff, but if we can build up like the shoulder stability in that individual, if we can work on the things, we talk about industrial athletes, you don't just change someone's pitching mechanics, you also have to help them develop that body control and stuff they need to be able to do the new mechanics that you're giving them. So we can change how someone's doing that task, but we need to address what's happening throughout them and how they move individually first.
Yeah, okay, I do have a question on that though, because that brings up a good point. So I know this is annoying because Sam's always got questions about stuff. If we're saying it's not all about ergonomics and that's not the only thing, like what is the solution? What's the next step and how do you implement that as a leader or as a driver of change in your company, right?
Yeah, well, we need to look at the individuals. So to do that, we need information. Obviously we're going to push the idea of having a PT on site because I think we know the value in it. But by bringing a PT on site, now you can start to identify each person's needs. And once you know the needs, then you can develop specific programs around it. And it's great to have benefits, and it's great that some of our employees go to the gym and work out and stuff like that, but it's not always purposeful.
Yeah.
And we need purposeful stuff that's going to address those yellow and red flags that we're identifying when we assess movement so that we can fix those before they become a problem at their machine or at their desk or stuff like that. So simple example, an employee works where they're doing a lot of reaching, overhead stuff.
Yeah.
They come in, we identify they have really tight upper back and really weak shoulders. Then we're going to put together programs where they're coming to see us and we're working on improving that mobility through their back. We're working on getting that strength and activation built up in the shoulder. And then we're giving them tools to be able to take that stuff that we work on during those 30 minutes and then keep it growing until we see them back while they're on the floor over the next month or so.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe it looks as simple as just bringing someone on site to screen your employees and say like, these are the things that, a lot of them are probably going to look similar too, right? Like that's what we find at these places is they've adjusted to the workplace to a certain degree and now their bodies are all doing a similar thing. So simple as getting someone on site to screen your employees for movement deficiencies, right? Like that kind of stuff.
That's number one.
Right.
And then 2 is the solution.
Yeah, creating
because
a plan.
you have that information, but again, if you give it to the employees, it doesn't mean they're going to do it. The nice thing about having someone on site consistently is they're coming in, that's their 30 minutes where we as professionals can make them feel better. And even if they don't do anything over the next 30 days, we have that opportunity to improve them from a physical standpoint during that time.
Yeah, so really it comes down to then like helping your employees, as a leader, helping your employees be more adaptable in the workplace itself, right? And honestly, they can apply that outside of the workplace too, which is great because then you're giving their employees that benefit of helping them understand their bodies a little bit better, making them a more robust human, right? Not just the industrial athlete, but the athlete, the person athlete,
and
right?
the resilient one, right?
For
that can come to work every day and not have an issue year after year.
Sorry about the question.
No, that was good. That was good.
Necessary.
I'm glad we had that. So I guess that's our conversation. Again, ergonomics are important. I'm not saying they're not, but you do have to consider the big picture. And if you're not, then you may be spending a bunch of money on fancy stand-up desks and all these mats and different things that really are not making the difference that a smarter investment may make. So if you have any questions specifically about your job and how you can look at your employees and kind of address these 2 things together, feel free to reach out. We're always happy to talk to you about it.
I wish I was filming that.
This is where we should be pulling out a Bud Light at the end, and that would be a good thing. Isn't that kind of a good thing? Yeah, a little fridge in there.
Right there.
Whenever you guys are
New York, New York. Oh wait.
Hey, this is B-Dog and special sauce. Do you like that? Special S.
But it implies that I am the sauce.
What?
Saucy Sam.
Oh,
this is B-Dog and Saucy Sam.
Saucy Sam.
That's our radio names. DJs.
Jam.
Coming at you, top 99. All right. What are we talking about?